Alright, so this will be a quick video, but somebody had asked me in my comment section how the players during games will calculate deck odds, and this is the sort of explanation for this video. So a link to this image here, this image is on Imgur, will be in the description, and you can view it yourself and go through it. And basically what this is, it's a little daunting at first, but this is the odds in percentile of every single combination of cards that you can possibly have in Secret Hitler. What the odds are you're going to draw a certain set of cards out of that deck, and the odds that that you'll get at least a blue, or you'll top deck a red. There's lots of things. So how do you go about parsing this information? Well, basically what you'd want to do is you want to look at the deck, see how many cards are left. So first thing first, come down here. And then see what the claim is. So figure out how many blues are left in the deck, right? Based on, what the presidents have already claimed, if it's not the very start of the game. And then you can look over here and try to figure out what the odds are that either you are going to draw blue or somebody's going to draw blue, and whether or not they're going to be fascist. Now, obviously, take all this with a grain of salt, because fascists can lie about their claim, and that definitely skews things quite a bit. But the most important lines here, the 12-card one is very important. You need to know, so the reason 12 is important is because 12 is the number of cards that are in the second deck after the first deck is reshuffled into a new deck. And you will be either in Hitler Zone by that point, or there will be 3 blues down and 2 reds, or 4 blues down and 1 red. So the extreme examples here, 11 and 1, that means there's 5 blues down, which means, of course, liberals have already won the game. So I don't even know why they include an 11 and 1. I don't think it's possible for there to be 11 and 1 card. The only way that would be possible is if there were only 5 blues in the deck to begin with. But they added it there for whatever reason. And then 6 and 6 means there's 5 reds down, which means you're already in veto zone, and you've somehow made it to the second deck without, fascist hailing. And meaning fascists having a majority, and you don't even have a single blue down. And the problem with this deck state is it's very likely that you're just going to be wasting those extra blues that you've got. So, but the most common ones you're going to see are, you're going to see quite a lot of the 9-3 combo in the second deck, where you have 3 blues already down and 2 reds, and then you get to the second deck. And that's pretty much the optimal state for both teams. It's about 50-50 who's going to win when you have that situation. You'll see this line quite often, where there's 2 blues down currently and 3 reds. That's slightly favoring fascist, especially if you can get a red-blue-blue in the second deck. It means it's already Hitler Zone, so now you have to play a lot more careful, and you probably don't have great information, but you should be able to make some reads as liberal. That's not always... and because you have 4 blues in deck, that's pretty good. That gives you a good chance of getting a blue. And then this one will be the other situation, where you have 4 blues down and 1 red. And at that point in the game, it's often said that the best thing you can do is top deck 4 times, because it's about 62-ish% win rate. And I don't remember the exact way that's calculated. But basically, if you come into this calculator here, so you'll have, in that situation, you'll have 12 cards, 2 of which will be blue. You're going to be picking 4 cards, and you're wanting 1 blue, because if you top deck 1 blue, you win the game as liberal. And the odds you do that is 48%. That's pretty good odds already. And then, after that, you should have a good lib-lib-gov in case you get 4 reds in a row. And now you're looking through 7 cards, the odds that you get 1 is 53%. And that's that you get at least 1. So even if you miss on the first 4, you should still be... So, in that situation, actually, let's calculate it properly. In that situation, it'll be 8 and 2, and we'll be picking 3, looking for exactly 1 card, and the odds of getting that, yeah, it's 53%. which is still better than 50%, and I can see why people like that strategy. But obviously, it's it's kind of boring. It's not compelling. If you're a fascist and it's a 4 blue 1 red game, don't even worry. Like, oftentimes, because of the odds, look at the odds. The odds of getting a blue is 40%. Is 40%. This is after drawing 3 cards. So 40% of the time, libs might get the blue, but otherwise, they are more likely to get 3 reds. And if they get 3 reds, that means Im's going to be going. Somebody's going to be playing. It'll be 9 cards left with 2 blues again. And the odds on that one, oh, we don't even have to switch to that. We can just come down here. So out of 9 cards, we'll have 2 blues left. The odds go up to 50%. So even with that, you'll still have games where libs can get red, red, red twice in a row. It's not amazingly common because that's basically the same as taking 3 and picking 6 cards and only drawing. And the odds of drawing 0 there is pretty low. Yeah. But it happens, and you can win. And hopefully you can get a fascist in Gov anyway. And it's very, very unlikely with only 2 blues in the deck that that you'll get that 1 fascist 2 lib situation that usually loses you the game. So I've seen quite a few 4 blue 1 red games. The libs get off to a really hot start. They play those 4 blues, and then it just goes to Hitler zone, and then suddenly you're in veto zone because you top deck twice, and then you lose, and that happens a lot. So there's no perfect deck state that you want. Both teams always have a win condition in this game. That's part of what makes it fun to play. Hitler's always lurking. You can always elect Hitler in Hitler zone, and libs can always top deck a blue. So that's just part of what makes the game good. So anyway, in general, if you don't want to look at this, because this is quite a lot of information, obviously, and going through all of it can be a bit annoying. But I also use this. I'll have a link to this this calculator here. So what you do is you input the number of cards in the deck. Let's say you've got 6 left in the deck. You should have some sort of claims. So let's say there's 2 left. Let's pick 3 cards. Let's say we want to see what the odds are that we don't get a blue. Then you calculate. There's 20% odds that you don't get a blue with this deck state. The odds of getting 1 is 60%. The odds of getting both of the blues is 20%. Notice that if you put it to 3, it'll be an error, and the reason is because there's not enough blues for you to be to even get 3. So this is the number of blues in the deck. This is the number of blues that you draw out of the number of cards that you place here. It's like, obviously, if you put 6 here, this will be 100%. If you put 5 here, the odds will be very high. But there's no way to draw 5 cards in Secret Hitler, as far as I know. So anyway, that's how you do it. And hopefully this has been informative. If you have any questions about this, or how we come to these conclusions, I will answer them to the best of my ability in the comment section. And I will leave it at that. Thanks for watching.